R, baby.
I
love that.
But yeah, this is going to be certainly a scrap, because if Yoshio does go Samus, it's going to be a very long-winded game, but a very practiced in what's the implement that doctors use? A scalpel precision like projectile usage from both of these players, and it will come to pass as both go the projectile heavy character in their arsenal. We'll see who prospers, who is going to be the American sniper here, and who will be sent out left wondering, where did my battalion go? As, like, you know, you see a gleam in the distance. Oh, wait, that's where it is. Oh, wait. Okay, I gotta hide.
Yeah, it's a way far away, as we're definitely in for the long haul in your mini boss, because these two characters can do a lot when it comes to just like controlling the game state, and control-oriented characters are really hard when it comes to like just a solid like playing the matchup.
Yeah.
Because you end up just kind of like waiting and reacting and seeing how you can force each other to give something up, or to turn something on its head. One of the biggest advantage that Samus has in this is not only instantaneous reward, just a two-piece combo doing so much damage, but also her ability to play with instant reaction. Like, Samus is much more of a like react and punish type of turtling character, while MPG more along the lines of the moving arsenal.
Yes.
But if you're moving, that means you're not shielding, which means Charge Beam is going to go crazy.
True, yeah. And again, just the fact that Samus's projectiles, I think, actually just travel farther wholesale is going to be another mitigating factor to how, not to mention that, but yeah, Yoshio, if you haven't noticed, likes to go for those wild out-of-shield up Bs, and certainly prospering off them right now, taking the advantage to MPG, and like you said, he does have to move in with the pellets, and that's going to be something that Yoshio can just throw any haphazard projectile out and just keep MPG pegged with a shield or a retreating option, and it just cuts off so many utilizations that MPG normally looks for.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, another hill to climb, and it's just not getting a whole lot of foothold started for that the early climb up.
Yeah, we're getting to really see like almost like a game mechanical differential, where a lot of the times Mega Man's projectiles, they have low item priority, or they have low projectile health, or they're just flat out items, which generally speaking projectiles can power right through them, barring like specific examples like Diddy Kong's banana is transcendent. But Metal Blade is certainly not, and all of these lemons, all of these like leaf shields even, are just getting eviscerated by a half-charged charge beam. Finally, Yoshio not going to drop the stock yet, but is in a really dangerous position. The up air, the air shooter does close out the stock. MPG in a pretty deep hole, but you always got to be careful of the MPG difference. We see the combos. We see the expertise on display. It's just a matter of finding the opening. There could be one, getting the read and getting right back into these juggles.
Again, being the more practiced player, top PR, obviously MPG, his reaction time to be able to recognize those situations where he can go full combo, footstool you, Zare drop Metal Blade, and uppercut you in the end. He has the reaction time to be able to pinpoint that exact moment before Yoshio even realizes it. So we'll see him try to move in with things more like Metal Blade instead of the pellets to sort of ebb his way in close to Samus. And right now, again, that out-of-shield up B, though, is going to be a thorn to that respect. And just pay off dividends for Yoshio, just breaking out of, wow, catching MPG sleeping there with the charge shot. And just a flurry of bombs just keeping MPG out, and the charge forward hunker down with that shoulder, because another dash attack will send MPG out for that first round, and give Yoshio, again, just showcasing why.
Yay! 1,000 battles. Let's go. Good use of a good switch here.
Yeah, we rotate through all these. We have so many switches here. It's always a hallmark when we get one up there. So.
Yes.
Especially on stream, we gotta shout it out.
Still, really, really solid stuff from Yoshio there. Just a really it's hard to kind of put a lot of sugarcoating on it, because a lot of the gameplay just kind of turned into good movement, an instantaneous reversal, and effective use of your main resource, that being Charge Beam. But sometimes that's enough. Shout out to Cosmo Canyon. This song's a banger. the way that you have to play around this as MPG is extremely particular, but we're already seeing him do that. Get into the air immediately with some of these pellets. Don't let Charge Beam just be an instant answer to your pressure, and try to pressure from that extreme diagonal. Charge Beam is great, but it travels one way.
Yeah.
You got a million other, typically 8, for other ways to come at a Yoshio here. It's just a matter of trying to find getting off of ledge and being able to do that.
Yeah, and I do like the pick of the stage here because, you know, MPG can sort of escape that left and right advancing pressure that Yoshio has with his combos. And if any projectiles go out left, right side of the stage as well, he has those platforms to be able to escape to if it sort of leads that way. While on the main stage, it is barren. He can just, you know, if he has the advantage, he can full press it to those left and right sides with no escape for Yoshio. He can certainly get a lot more situations in his back pocket with control. And again, this is why we're seeing now Yoshio struggling to get back on stage with MPG sort of resoundingly taking control. But a certain switch on my words here is finally Yoshio. One moment, like again, I keep saying it's that one moment where you find a flaw in that armor and exploit it. But he's pertaining a lot more to the skies right now, and Yoshio finally is pushing MPG out that way. Maybe, you know, not getting a lot more of those ground combos that MPG is noted for with sort of platform resets or anything like that. Those grounded combos, if you're playing more in the skies, I'd say that fair covers a whole lot more against MPG, and I think that's why Yoshio's starting to advance more toward the skies that way for that implementation.
It could very well be true. Like the way to play around a lot of MPG's tools is sometimes sometimes it's to hunker down, and sometimes it's to try and meet him in the middle. Yep. Where, like, if you're going to start intercepting from above with down airs, from diagonals with metal blades, or fairs, or different directions to try and shake up how you're playing the game, well, okay, you can very well do that himself. Missing the spacing on that pivot grab, though, gonna eat a massive mega up air for the Troubles. Oh, and the Leaf Shield powering through the Zair, but you missed the setup. That good fall through the platform on the part of Yoshio to keep as safe as possible, trying to treat even free fall like a mix-up.
We're seeing Yoshio yet again getting that pinning nature. He is at home on that ledge, but MPG pellets alone, fighting back tooth and nail, fighting for his ground control. And using that platform to escape, again, that low fair option that Yoshio seems to be at least pressing the mentality of MPG going forward. But he's got a pretty safe aerial of his own. That back air put a certain fear into Yoshio, and he's just trying to dodge and weave through that, and is able to escape here, but he's certainly worse for wear for it.
God, MPG is just playing like he's chasing ghosts.
Yeah.
Like he's fighting after images, and utilizing the rush there was so good from Yoshio. Saving so many of these resources, the bomb pull, spending so much time in air, and honestly, so much time in disadvantage. MPG has been doing an amazing job of just holding down ledge. But part of it is finding the advantage, part of it is closing out stocks, and MPG does just that with a spot dodge read into the falling up air and the air shooter doing the rest.
But a healthy charge shot just going to catapult MPG's percentage there to 150.
He was right.
Just minute spacing.
He was right. Just slightly mistiming that pivot grab. Super unfortunate there from Yoshio. Utilizing so many of these tools, but it's just not able to find the stock quite yet. Has been finding himself, despite, as you were mentioning earlier, Mini Boss, like he's using these platforms extremely well, but he's just stuck behind this wall, this walking arsenal that MPG can sometimes just turn into, having forced to go into the Leaf Shield toss animation before anything else, before Shield is able to get pulled up, and got nared for it. Excellent recognition from Yoshio there. Getting into final stock here, Mini Boss.
I did see some shades of Zair drop Metal Blade, though, so MPG, again, another card. He's searching in that sleeve, but will Yoshio give him that opportunity to pull it out in time? Again, another tech of that low shoulder dash attack. Certainly reverses the situation, though, somehow. And, I mean, they're going toe-to-toe, back and forth. They're trying, pull away, saying, like, I'm not going to that ledge while you have control of it. You got to come back and fight mid. And right now, Yoshio seemed to benefit because now he has finally pinned MPG to that right side, but that back air reverses the edge guard situation. Can he control it here?
This offstage, this corner pressure, this advantage state is everything. And MPG gives it up. He gives it all up right there, looking for the back air on the tether, mistiming it, and now Yoshio gets to play the exact same situation, but at a much higher percent, reading the roll for the final time with that falling nair, and the kick from that armor is gonna send him straight into top 8. I believe that is a
bounty being claimed, yes, by the bounty queen herself, Samus. As we said before, Yoshio will get $8 for taking MPG and sending him to losers. The top seed of Philly in losers going up against someone like ZD down there. It is going to be a slog of a loser set. And we're still not done winners. We got one more for you before we swap off here. So get hyped just for the top 8 overall, but we still have one more hype moment for you on winner's side, and it's going to be the man that took regular Bears bracket last night over the likes of ZD, over the likes of Beast and Sweshy. The man is feeling tonight. He has certainly bolstered himself